Hey, hello, and welcome back to Urban Cespedes. Today we're going to be talking about diabetic wounds and wound care. It is something very crucial in the life of a diabetic due to the fact that a lot of us don't ever, check ourselves. A lot of us just go ahead, take a shower, and dry our body up, and not really take time to look at our feet, look at our hands, look at our body, just to make sure that we got no wounds, no cuts. Any open wound on a diabetic, if it's not taken care of, will catch bacteria. That bacteria is also known as an infection. Those infections usually tend to become ulcers, and ulcers bring a lot of complications. As you're going to see in the video that I'm going to show you, this is the complication that has brought me, and this is the right reason. This is the reason why I constantly stay on top of you guys to inform you of what to do and what not to do. Check this out. Before we do that, also take a time, subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and leave your comments. Tell me, what do you think? Wound care is something that is very crucial for a diabetic due to the fact that we suffer from being dehydrated and our skin dehydrates and it dries up constantly. We must be careful when our skin is dry due to the fact that dry skin opens up wounds without you even noticing. Once you have an open wound, if you don't take care of it, it will catch bacteria because the sweet blood that we have calls for bacteria, causing us to catch ulcers and a lot more complications than just ulcers. Those ulcers is one of the most dangerous factors that we could get catch due to the fact that it causes amputations and other complications. A little bit less worse than amputation, but you don't want to catch that. So pay attention to the video as I show you how the wound care is done. When doing the wound care, you want to make sure you have everything you need with you, such as gloves, Curlex, gauze, soap, antiseptic soap, water. It doesn't matter if it's tap water, but preferably saline water. Saline water is what I consider the best. I prefer saline water over tap water. Yes. When you are getting your wound care, you want to grab a piece of gauze. You want to wet it either with saline water, if not regular water, but using antiseptic soap. And you want to start off with the wound first. You want to wash the wound real good. Once you have the wound washed up, you want to grab a separate piece of gauze. You're gonna wet it, and you're gonna then continue washing the rest of the foot. If you want, it's best that you use a couple of different gauze for different parts of the foot. Once you finish completing washing the entire foot, then you're gonna go off, dry the foot. Make sure you have some A&D or some Vaseline, something just to moisturize the skin on the foot, so you will always maintain your foot moisturized and avoid it from catching more wounds. Once you have already done all those steps that I have just showed you, you're going to grab a piece of gauze and you're going to cover the wound area with the gauze. And immediately you have covered the part of the wound with the gauze, you're going to get some Curlex and you're going to wrap the rest of the foot, making sure that everything is sealed off. No bacteria, ain't no space for bacteria to come in through, because you want to protect the foot, you want to protect the wound. You don't want to take no chances with the wound of catching a bacteria. Bacteria is what they call infection. That's what infection is. It's just a bacteria. And that bacteria is what turns into ulcer. As you can see in the picture, my foot, I caught an ulcer. That's what I struggle with. I struggle with ulcers. And that ulcer has caused me to lose all my toes. And this is the reason why, fellas, I keep telling you, we must take care of our health. This is only one life that we have, and we must live it as healthy as possible so we can, make it to our old age together, all in one piece. one body part, one solid, part. You don't want to make it to 60, 70 years old and you're missing your toes, you're missing your leg, you're missing an arm, you're missing a finger, you're missing something, you lost your eyesight. Diabetes brings you so many complications. It is incredible. So, fellas, let's be more mindful of our body. Let's look at ourselves. When you take a shower and you're drying yourself up, look at your feet. Make sure you got no wounds. And if you do, make sure you take care of that quickly. Well, guys, I hope you liked the video that we have for you today. I hope it was educational, that you have learned from it. Remember, it doesn't have to be immediately yourself suffering from diabetes, but it could be your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, somebody in your family, and there might be that one time when it's you who got to do that wound care. So, guys, take advantage of the video and educate yourself. Peace.